Good morning once again to all my dear students. So now I am going to give you a detailed information about the second stanza, and that is related to the daffodil. In the first stanza I had already said you, and I had also already made you understand about the first stanza, and the first stanza was actually how the daffodils that had already been sketched by the poet. The poet has given a beautiful message to you. In the second stanza the poet has written many things. Okay, so just I want to give all this information, but before going to this, to give this detailed information, I am saying to you, if you like my video, you can subscribe my channel, you can give comments on my video, right? So now I am going to give you a detailed information about that, the second stanza. In the second stanza the poet has understood beautifully, right? The poet has said that here the daffodils are compared as the stars, and the stars are also compared as the daffodils, right? The poet had seen all these daffodils as the stars, because how the stars they began to appear in the sky, so likewise all these daffodils that began to appear near that bay, or near that, you know, that the lakes, or besides the lake, or under that, so besides the lake, right? So these are the things that the beautiful things have been beautifully narrated by the poet. Okay, so besides that, okay, the poet has said that, you know, that whenever you see a lot of stars they begin to appear in the sky, okay, or in the galaxy, so likewise I have seen, okay, in a far side a lot of daffodils, okay, a host of daffodils. And here the poet has given much importance upon that, you know, that the beauty of that daffodils. So that's why the poet has given a beautiful comparison, that how the stars that are looking in the sky, and you know that the stars they do not have any kind of limitation. The very peculiar point is that the stars, how many stars they began to appear, or how many stars they appear in the sky, they do not have any kind of limitation. Likewise the daffodils, they do not have any kind of limitation. So that's why the poet has also said, narrated that lines. I am reading out that lines. What are the lines? You just see that. So continues as the stars that shine and twinkle on the Milky Way, they stretched in never ending line. So how the stars they are giving, you know, that very good shining, and when the stars they began to appear, they gave a beautiful sparkling light. So likewise the daffodils that are also giving, they are also giving a beautiful sparkling light. Okay, that means here the poet has given, and poet has sketched a beautiful imagination in between the stars, and also in between what the, you know, that the daffodils. Okay, this is the first line. Second line, it is saying that what, along the margin of the bay 10,000 saw I at a glance. Okay, along the margin of the bay, here the poet has seen all these daffodils, or all the beautiful daffodils that near the margin. Margin, it means what, the border. Okay, so near the border of the river, near the border of that, what, the seaside. Okay, so he had seen a lot of daffodils. And next line, it is saying that 10,000 saw I at a glance, I have not seen a single daffodil. So now the poet has actually seen, and poet has also said that, okay, at a time I had seen that 10,000 daffodil, and so I had seen all these daffodils near the border side, right? So this has been beautiful sketched by the poet. Next line, it is saying that what, tossing their heads in sprightly dance. Tossing their heads means what? So when the daffodils, when the head of the daffodils that were tossing, it means what? When the daffodils that came into the contact of that beautiful breezes, or that came into the contact of that cold winds, so what happened, that the head of the daffodils that began to toss in the air, and this tossing is called as the friction. Okay, friction of the daffodils with the air, right? So that's why the poet has said and narrated a beautiful line, that is what, tossing their heads in the sprightly dance. And when the poet has said that when the daffodils they are tossing their heads with that wind, okay, so how they are looking like, right? So this is a very beautiful line, how they are looking like. So they are looking like in a, you know, that beautifully imaginary world, imaginary things, right? You just have to give focus upon that. And lastly, that the poet has said what? Sprightly dance. What do you mean by that sprightly dance? Sprightly dance means when the heads of the daffodils that are, that are tossing in the cold breezes or in the cold wind, so how they are looking like. Okay, they are actually sprightly dancing, they are beautifully dancing. So they are actually beautifully dancing, the poet has said. Okay, so now this is all about the second stanza, right? So I am just telling about what the word and meaning, and you have to listen carefully, right? So here different kind of difficult words are there, so you just focus upon that things. Okay, just you that continues as the stars that shine. Here shining means what? Sparkling, right? So twinkle in the milkway. Twinkle means what? Blinking of the eyes. This is called the blinking of the eyes. Whenever we blink, right? So this is called the blinking of the eye, right? Okay, so whenever the stars began to appear, when the stars actually they appear in the sky, okay, so they started to twinkle. They started to twinkle. That means what? They started to actually to give a kind of posture, that is called as the twinkling, right? So along the margin on the bay, so margin means what do we mean by that? Margin here means what? The border, right? Then after 10,000 saw I at a glance means at a time. Okay, just for that in a first sight, that is called as the glance. Okay, first sight is also called as what? The glance. Okay, so the poet has said that I have seen all these daffodils at a glance. I have not seen that one particular daffodil. I have seen a group of daffodils, and that's why in the first stanza that poet has said. So this is what the poet has said actually. Okay, so that's what the group of daffodils, a host of daffodil. It is not the single daffodil that I had said. So I had said about the group of daffodils. Okay, so this is all about the second stanza. So lastly I am saying that, okay, so the poet has narrated this poem, okay, beautifully, and after all it is always giving a message to us that we could live in peacefully, right? So this is a perfect poetry, and I oftenly said and I always said to you that the English literature, it is not based on the reasoning. English literature is something that actually it gives solace to the mind, it gives what? Peace and prosperity to the mind. So that's why I am here, and that, so in the first class I said that apart from the classroom teaching, okay, so this is also a perfect teaching to you. Thank you, my dear subscriber and also the viewers. Thank you.